Hey guys, my name is Paul. I'm from Opus Camper. We're over in California, and today I'm with Outback RV in Texas. I'm going to take some time to show you around the OP2. We've been selling this model for about 8 years now. It is designed for couples. You can sleep up to 4 people if you fold down the sofa section, but like I said, primarily designed for couples. It is a single fold camper, and that means it's got a singular fold out bed section, clamshell design, with a very large queen size bed mounted to the front of the camper. It uses our patented air inflation tech. So the entire tent canopy, you hit a button, it uses a 12-volt compressor built into the camper, connected to the 12-volt lithium batteries, and then it inflates. The tent itself takes about 3 minutes to inflate, and I am currently stood in the optional air annex. That takes an additional 4 minutes to inflate. I'm going to do a separate video on the annex, so today I'm going to be focused on the features of the main OP2 camper. Some of the specifications of the camper are, as I mentioned, it's got the inflation tent on it, built-in compressor. It's got two 100 amp lithium batteries, so 200 amps in total. It's got 40 gallons of fresh water, which is huge for a camper of this size. It's got two 20-pound propane tanks mounted to the front. The weight, you're looking at approximately 32 to 3,300 pounds on the dry weight side, and then it's 4,400 pounds GVWR, so gross weight. Your tow vehicles for that are probably Tacomas, 4Runners, a larger to mid-size SUVs, so Explorers on up, and then you've got your trucks, so your F-150s and up as well. It also has a built-in, so zipped into the shower section. The main tent section is the shower, which is mounted on the actual rear of the camper. I'll show you that in a minute. The tent is a 400 grams per square meter polycotton, and it's got a spray over the top of it so that the water, it acts like a hydrophobic spray. The water beads up and runs off. You can pack this down wet, but you want to make sure that you open it up and let it air out before you pack it down for longer term storage. The very heavy duty fabric. We wind speed tested the air system utilizing a helicopter. You can find that on our website. About a 40-mile-an-hour crosswinds, and it was with an OP4. The OP2 uses the same tech, and so the results are transferable. So crosswinds looking about 40 to 50 miles an hour, and it's rock solid. That is also reflected on our Opus and any Reddit channels discussing the Opus. The wind resistance is phenomenal. We also spread it down with the fire truck. It's about 800 API of water, and it was fully dry on the interior, where it was obviously pelting it down with water on the exterior. So passed the tests on both water resistance and wind resistance there. One of the main features I'm going to show you is the slide out kitchen. So made out of full stainless steel. It's fully lit up. So in the evening when it's dark, you can see exactly what it is you're doing. Got a 4-ring burner here. So you can cook full family meals, large meals on this thing. You've got lots of storage, so cutlery and then crockery, and then the quick connects here for the hot and cold water. As standard, the OP2 has a shower built into the rear of the camper, and so hot and cold water is fed directly through to the mixer faucet on the kitchen here. And so again, that comes as standard. It is optional on the OP4. There is also a stabilizer leg underneath this kitchen. If for whatever reason you're parked on an incline, you need to level it out, you can use the stabilizer leg built into the underside of the kitchen. And then you've also got this large chopping board here, and that comes with an additional stabilizer leg here as well for a more robust cooking, chopping, prepping experience. And then this, it takes about 30 seconds to set up, and it slides directly into the side of the camper for when you're ready to hitch up and go. And then on the rear of the camper, on the front of the camper, which is this side, you've got a ton of storage. So room for a generator here, You've got additional slide out storage here, here, and inside here as well. So an absolute ton of storage. And then you've got the 50 quart Dometic CFX3. Sorry, this is the 55, so 55 quart. And that runs directly off of the two 100 amp lithium batteries built into this OP2 camper. Similarly, we use branded names for all of the add-ons. So Dometic fridge freezer, we've got the Truma Vario Heat, which is 16,000 BTU heater built into this OP2. Phenomenal piece of kit. Truma, one of the most reliable brands in the RV market today. That heater can heat the interior canopy, the interior cabin of the trailer, but also this air annex as well in probably 30 degree temperatures. That's confirmed by customers on the aforementioned Facebook and Reddit pages as well. They say cozy on the inside, icy on the outside. The heater overspec'd for a camper of this size. There's no air conditioner option for the OP2. So if you wanted an AC, you'd probably bring along like a Zero Breeze or one of the other 12 volt run portable systems that are currently available on the market. Direct it straight at the bed section for when you're sleeping at night, just to kind of keep you comfortable. The framework, some of the actual structural information on the camper. We use a Dibond aluminum panel for the exterior, so nothing to rot or degrade there. We use aluminum extrusions, and it's built like a picture frame. So the Dibond aluminum gets pushed into the aluminum extrusions at our factory and then is sealed. And then on the interior of the Dibond aluminum, we've got a cross section of welded aluminum. So that when you're towing it off-road, you can beat the absolute hell out of this thing. It is built like a tank. Worry about your vehicle, not about your trailer. This thing can go wherever your vehicle can go. And then the chassis is a 6-inch galvanized steel chassis with a 1-inch truss, a 2-inch truss, my apologies, underneath it. And then we've got no axle on this thing. So the suspension is a trailing arm suspension, single coil, dual shock suspension. And then we've got R15 mud tires that come with this as standard. And then there is a singular spare, full-size spare, built onto the rear of the camper, which is on a gas strut assisted lifting mechanism. So those are some of the structural features of the actual camper. The control panel here gives you access to all of the controllable features inside of the camper. So you've got your mains power here, you've got a heater switch, light switch, fridge switch, a switch for the interior sockets, and then you've got your 12 volt built-in C-flow pump switch here. And then 20-gallon tank on the rear, 20-gallon tank on the front. And then this is the power for the air canopy. So you hit that button there, and then this entire camper inflates. In addition to the air annex, which connects to the main canopy and inflates, the main tent and inflates, you've got the air canopy, which is an optional accessory. It's different to this annex, which I'm stood inside now. That is a $900 option. You can leave it permanently attached to the main tent. It will pack down inside of the OP2. And so when you're ready to camp, you fold out the air canopy, you close off all the valves, you hit this button, and then the canopy and the tent will inflate together. That is opposed to this air annex, which again, I'm stood inside now. You'd need to attach this air annex every single time. I'm going to show you just how big the shower is now because it's huge. So when you are in the annex, it can be fully enclosed, and so you've got full access to the exterior shower tent here. I'm stood inside it. This is the shower here. You got Velcro loops for the shower head, and then it also comes with a ground sheet as well. Not that you would, but you could fit 3 or 4 adults inside here. It is massive. And then the hot water is plumbed directly from the EcoTemp hot water heater that is built into this camper already. That runs off of its own battery and also the 2 20-pound propane tanks mounted onto the front of the OP2. You could probably also put the porta potty, which comes with the camper, inside of here as well. So all your ablutions would be handled exterior to the main camper. This is an option though. You can unzip this if you want to, and then you've got this massive window here for views, for additional airflow if you need to. So this is the shower. Now I'm going to jump inside the camper and show you how much living space is inside the unit. So this is the inside of the OP2. Massive ceilings. You've got over 8 feet of ceiling height. This is the club lounge. Huge amount of room. You can fit 3 to 4 adults on this thing. As I mentioned, the OP2 is designed and spec'd for 2 adults. You've got the table on the lagoon stand here, nice and steady. And then you've got the inbuilt Trima Vario heat. 2 100 amp lithium batteries built into this thing. And then all the interior lighting, which is connected to the 2 lithium batteries as well. And then just over there is the main queen size bed, which is huge. It can quite comfortably sleep 2 adults. Massive bed for a camper of this size. You've got 3 large panel windows, so you can get a huge amount of cross airflow in this thing to keep it well ventilated. And then 4 skylights, which can be unzipped in non-inclement weather, so you want the weather to be good. And then the kind of heat can escape throughout the day, but also then you'll be able to see the stars at night. As standard, it comes with the tropical roof attached. So what we've done is we've sewn the air beams through the main tent canopy so that this tropical roof can sit on top of those air beams, and that creates an air gap between the tropical roof and the actual air beams themselves. And the reason that's helpful is because it's like parking in the shade wherever you go. It allows the heat to escape. It keeps the main impact of the sun off of the main tent, and then it keeps it more comfortable, particularly with the windows open. You get that cross breeze. There's a lot more features about this camper, but there was a lot there already. You can find those features on our website, www.opuscamper.us. Download our brochure. Would love to hear from you. Like I said, my name is Paul. I'm over from the factory, and I'm looking forward to hearing from you soon. Thank you very much.